Picture this. It's still dark outside. Somewhere in a village or tribe, a person stirs. They don't need an alarm to wake up. They feel the subtle change in light, hear the birds announcing dawn, so they rise and greet the day. But why? What makes them wake without an alarm? Let's explore this question, looking at how ancient people started their days and what clues can help us understand their habits. You know how frustrating it is trying to wake up without an alarm clock. You toss and turn, hoping to catch some sleep, but end up wide awake. Sometimes your mind races, thinking about unfinished tasks or upcoming challenges. It's a universal struggle. So imagine if we could find a way to wake up without an alarm naturally. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Now let's take a journey back in time. Let's think about a typical morning in a prehistoric settlement or ancient society. The key is to imagine what daily life was like back then. Remember, there were no smartphones, buzzing clocks, or comfortable beds with built-in alarms. Now we have a lot of questions and not many answers. But by looking at archaeology, anthropology, and history books, we can put together a picture of what morning might have been like. First, consider how ancient people lived. They lived close to nature, relying on the cycles of the sun, moon, and stars to guide their lives. They followed seasonal changes, hunted and gathered food, or farmed crops based on weather patterns. Basically, their days weren't marked by a clock, but by what happened around them. So their morning started whenever the first light peeked over the horizon. Now, you might be wondering, did they use tools to wake up? Oh, maybe. Some historians believe that ancient people created simple tools to help them wake up. Think about a rock placed near a fire or a wooden lever that made some noise. These tools could have helped them wake up at a certain time. But it wasn't the same as a modern alarm clock. Instead, these tools relied on the natural world. For example, a rock near a fire would heat up in the morning when the sun came up. Its heat might have woken someone who was sleeping nearby. Or the wooden lever could have been designed to make a sound when the sun hit it just right. This sound might have been like a bird's call or a gentle knock. So while ancient people may have used tools, they wouldn't have been as exact or reliable as a modern alarm clock. Another clue comes from the way ancient people built their homes. In many parts of the world, ancient houses didn't have thick walls or windows that blocked out the light. They were made of materials like wood, mud, or stone, which let light pass through. And even if there were no windows, light could still sneak in through cracks in the walls or under doors. So wherever they lived, ancient people couldn't escape the morning light. It would touch their skin, letting them know it was time to wake up. But let's think even bigger. In ancient times, most people didn't live in cozy beds with comfy mattresses. They probably slept on mats, animal skins, or the ground itself. Plus, they didn't have blackout curtains or eye masks to block out the light. So when the sun rose, it shone directly into their eyes. That light would have felt warm and inviting during sunrise, making it easier to wake up and start the day. Next, let's talk about another important aspect of ancient mornings, the sounds around them. Today, we often try to sleep with background noise, like a fan, white noise machine, or music. But for ancient people, their surroundings were filled with natural sounds. Birds chirping, insects buzzing, animals calling, and even the wind rustling through leaves, all contributed to the morning melody. These sounds didn't wake them up on their own, but they became part of the waking experience. Over time, they learned to recognize these sounds and associate them with the start of a new day. Finally, we should remember that ancient people weren't just individuals. They were part of families and communities. So while we can imagine a single person waking up in the morning, it's more likely that multiple people woke up together. Family members would have shared a dwelling and cared for one another. As one person stirred, others might have woken up too. They could have helped each other get up, tended to animals, or started daily tasks together. So waking up wasn't a solitary experience, but a way to start the day as a community. So what does all this tell us? Well, waking up without an alarm clock in ancient times was a combination of many factors. The first light, gentle nudges, and natural sounds all played a part. Their homes and communities also influenced how they started their days. Most importantly, ancient people were deeply connected to their surroundings. They didn't rely on machines to tell the time or guide their habits. Instead, they observed the patterns of nature and synchronized their lives with the sun, moon, and stars. Today, we often struggle to wake up without an alarm clock. Our brains are used to being told when to start the day. But by studying the past, we can rediscover forgotten ways of living. By understanding how ancient people woke up, we can find inspiration to improve our own lives. Maybe we can reconnect with nature, observe the rhythms around us, and listen to the sounds of the morning. Now let's apply these lessons to our lives. Many of us have trouble waking up in the morning. We hit the snooze button or need several alarms to get out of bed. But ancient practices can offer a different perspective. Instead of fighting our natural rhythms, we can try to align our sleep cycles with the patterns of nature. First, let's talk about light. Light is one of the most powerful cues for our body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm. In ancient times, people were exposed to natural light as soon as they woke up. They didn't spend their mornings inside with artificial light. This exposure to natural light helps our bodies produce vitamin D and regulates our sleep-wake cycles. So to wake up more naturally, try opening your curtains or windows in the morning. Let the sunlight stream in and gently wake you up. If you can't open your windows or live in a dimly lit space, consider using a light therapy lamp. These lamps mimic natural light and can help regulate your circadian rhythm. Next, let's consider sound. Ancient people were surrounded by the natural sounds of their environment. Birds singing, leaves rustling, and flowing water were part of their daily soundscape. These sounds didn't wake them up directly, but they were present as they started their day. Today, we often try to drown out sounds or block them with earplugs. But some research suggests that certain nature sounds can promote relaxation and better sleep. So try playing nature sounds while you sleep. You can experiment with different sounds such as gentle rain, ocean waves, or forest ambience. There are apps and videos available that provide soothing sounds to mask disruptive noises and potentially improve your sleep quality. Finally, let's think about community. In ancient times, people didn't wake up alone. They shared their homes and responsibilities with family members or community members. Waking up together provided a sense of support and routine. Today, many of us live alone or have different sleep schedules, but we can still find ways to share the morning experience. Consider waking up at the same time as a partner or family member. You could also join online communities that practice mindful mornings or virtual alarm clocks that simulate sunrise with light and sound. While we can't replicate ancient traditions exactly, we can incorporate elements of them into our modern lives. By aligning our sleep with natural light and sound, incorporating nature sounds into our sleep routine, and considering the importance of community, we can create healthier and more fulfilling morning experiences. These practices not only help us wake up more naturally, but also improve our overall well-being. If you enjoyed this journey through ancient mornings, stay tuned for more videos that explore the wisdom of the past. We have a lot of videos on various topics, so hit the like button if you found this interesting and share it with your friends who love learning about history or improving their morning routines. And finally, keep asking questions because your curiosity sparks our journey through time. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.